In this video, we'll demonstrate how to generate a quote and then move it through the sales order process all the way to getting it invoiced. So we'll start with just generating a generic ticket as we would any incident. So I'm just going to take one as an example here. Just open up a ticket. I'm going to add a quotation. So from here, this notes section is going to be what we'll actually see on the quote. I'm going to say Danny would like faster PC, and then the main title here, PC quote for Danny. I'm going to say OK. So from here, we're going to add items from list. I'm going to choose the hardware category in quantity 1. Hit OK. Here I can now change the item description. Go ahead and modify this with the details, so on and so forth. We'll put our cost here, put our sales price. It's going to automatically decipher the markup there. Any notes we put in this section will be for our own. So if we're going to source certain parts from Amazon, certain parts from Tech Data, so on and so forth, make those notes here. You can put your primary supplier. I'm going to say OK. Now we can view this PDF here to kind of see what that quote looks like. So here's our customer. It was just our integrated internal account. The end user will be the specific end user you're looking to send the quote to, in your case. So description, price. Here's the note we made initially. Shows up on here, so be sure whatever you put in there is something the customer can see. Okay, so upon approval, I'm just going to hit save there. You'll notice my ticket now has the quotation tab. So I'm going to reopen this quote up here. Upon approval, we're going to click on create a sales order. It says okay to create a sales order. I'm going to say yes. I'm not going to send confirmation to the user. I'm going to hit save. And now we've got a sales order tab. And then from the sales order, so for instance, this item is not from stock, it's from Amazon. So we do need to order something. Down here, the bottom left, kind of hard to see, there's an options I'm going to click on. And so from this, we're going to create our purchase order. Going to say yes. It's going to tell me, give me an error that I have nothing selected. So in the event that we have multiple items from different sources, this is a good way to differentiate those so you can create separate purchase orders. So in this case, I'm going to check this box here for this one item, create purchase order, say yes, say okay. And now I'm going to save that. Now I've got a purchase orders tab. So as soon as that purchase order is fulfilled, so we've placed our order at that point, Robin or one of the leads will then go to receive stock. They can click here under next to purchase order anyways, the particular reference that we just did, hit OK. The item description currently is just going to be very generic, our generic category for the time being. I'm going to say in this, there was quantity 1 that we're receiving. Stock location, we're just going to receive it into ECS stock, the ECS office. Say OK, goods received. Okay, now that the goods are received on our ticket, in order to get that invoice, we're going to have to consign that. So I'm going to go back to my sales order here, click on consignments and hit new consignment. And the quantity we're consigning is 1 in this case. There's just 1 left to ship. This is the last item in the order. I'm going to hit save. So here's my order total now, and remaining, hit save. All items consigned, sales order is now closed. So now when we add our time entries, if we do have any for this customer, we can go and hit ready to invoice, and anything that was consigned there will be invoiced. So during that consignment process, that would be a good time to set that hardware aside when it is received and label it for that specific customer. But the consigning part is very critical.